Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about what happened today in 2024 NBA playoffs, day 5. Where today were just have two game plays, where play the number one set in each conference. Where in the first game, the Miami Heat did a surprise and defeated 111 to 105 the Boston Celtics, and now the series tied 1-1, and now the series will travel to Miami for the game 3 and 4, and the series put a lot of emotion to this series because remember that Jimmy Butler didn't play for second consecutive day. I think that he's not going to play in this series, but maybe if the series is tied in this moment 1-1, then he could return to play. But the something important here is that today the Celtics didn't play a very great game. Remember that they were the best team or the best record team in the league and in the conference, and I thought that they were gonna to win this game and this series easily because Jimmy Butler didn't play. And in the second game, the number one set, Oklahoma City Thunder, they had any problem. They humiliated the Pelicans and won the game by 32 point difference and put the series to 0. Now the series will travel to New Orleans for the games 3 and 4. So let's talk about a little about this series. Let's talk about in the first game of the day, Boston Celtics 101, Miami Heat 111. This game in the first half was very close, where the Boston Celtics took the lead of the game in the first half, where the Boston Celtics were leading in the halftime 61 to 58 by 3 point difference, where they have some problems in the first quarter where they lost that quarter by 1 point difference, but in the second quarter they won that quarter by 4 point difference. And I thought that in this moment in the second half, I thought that the Boston Celtics were gonna to win this game, but not. The Miami Heat improved a lot his basketball level compared with what happened in the game one. And Spolstra, the Miami Heat, is a tremendous basketball player because in the second half the Miami Heat play a tremendous defense game, where the advantage that the Miami Heat were in the third quarter, it was the difference to win this game because it's when the Miami Heat played the best basketball of the game, where they won this quarter by 9 point difference, 27-18. And the most important here is that the Miami Heat just allowed 80 points, where they won this quarter. They won it by 5 point difference. They reduced the game to a 1 point difference, and they were leading the game in the end of the third quarter, 80 to 79. In the fourth quarter, the Miami Heat took the big gap for more than 10 point difference, and in the end the Boston Celtics couldn't get it, and the Miami Heat won the game 111 to 101 and tied the series 1-1. The most important here is how great the Miami Heat offense played, because they scored 23 triples. This was a franchise record, and they improved a lot. Now the series put in motion, because remember that I thought that the series was that the Boston Celtics were gonna to sweep this series, but not now, because now the series will travel to Miami for the game 3 and 4, and they put in motion. I think that in the end the Boston Celtics are gonna to win this series in 5 games, where I think that the both games the Boston Celtics are gonna to win this both game, because they have better players and team the Miami Heat. And the second game, the Oklahoma City Thunder didn't have any problem and defeated by 32 points, 124 to 92, the New Orleans Pelicans. To be honest, the Thunders dominate all the games since no, this is the beginning, because the game was very close in the first 6 minutes of the game, but in the last but after that the Thunders dominated the game. They had always the lead of the game for more than 10 points difference, and in the end they held the big advantage and they won this game easily. What tell you that in the first 6 minutes of the game, the score was very close, where the difference was between 4 to 2 point difference for always tie the game. But after that, the Oklahoma City Thunder played a tremendous defenses and offenses game, where they scored 35 points and just allowed 22 points in the first quarter, and they were leading by 30-point difference. In the second quarter, the game was closer, where each game scored 28 points, but in the end, the Thunder had the lead of the game and they were leading 63 to 50 in the whole time. In the third quarter, also the game was close, but in the end, the Thunder had the lead of the game. They had the control of the game. They won this quarter by 5-point difference, and the Thunders increased the leading by 18-point difference, and the game in this moment was over because the Thunder were winning 92 to 74, and in this moment the game was over because the Thunder had the game under control, and the game was defined because in the first minutes of the fourth quarter they increased the lead to a more than 20 points lead difference, and in the end they won the game by 124 to 92, and with this the Oklahoma City Thunder took a 2-0 lead in the series. Now the series will travel to New Orleans for the game 3 and 4, but after this game, where I think that the Thunders are gonna to sweep this series, because I don't see how the Pelicans are going can defense and defeat the Thunders, and I thought that the Pelicans had the opportunity to win the first game in the game 1 in the series, where remember they had the opportunity to tie it, they couldn't, and they didn't miss that big opportunity, and now the Thunder, I think, are going to sweep this series, where I think they're going to win the next game 3 and 4 in New Orleans. So tomorrow we'll have the 3 games where in the first game the Orlando Magic will receive the Cleveland Cavaliers and Orlando and 70 o'clock Eastern time. Remember that this year the Cleveland is leading 2-0, where they won easily the two first game. I think that because the Orlando Magic are going to play this game in home, I think that the Orlando Magic are going to improve a lot of what happened in the last 2 games, and they're going to win this game by 3 or 5 point difference. In the second game, one of the closest series until this moment in the first round, the Philadelphia 76ers will receive the New York Knicks, and Philadelphia 90-30 Eastern time. Remember that the 76ers are very angry, and they are right, because they feel like they were stalled in the game 2, because remember that they had a 5 points leading with less than 30 seconds to play, where the referees missed some important calls. They could have changed the score, and maybe the 76ers should have won this game, but the what if they doesn't exist, and now they will want to win this game to try to reduce the difference between these 2 games. I think that the 76ers are going to want to win and to show that they were stalled, and they want to show that they are better team than the Knicks. So I think that the 76ers are going to win this game by 1 or 3 point difference, and this series, this game will be closer and tougher than the game 1 and 2. And in the last game of the day, my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers, will receive the Denver Nuggets and Los Angeles in the cryptoarena.com and 20 o'clock Eastern time. Remember that the Denver Nuggets are leading this series 2-0, where they won the game 1 and 2, and the Denver Nuggets have 10 consecutive victory against the Lakers. Remember that the Lakers were swept the last time that they were faced in playoffs in the Western Conference Finals, and now the Lakers haven't played a very bad basketball, because to be honest, the Lakers dominated the 2 games, where unfortunately the Lakers just play bad in each game in what quarter, where in the first quarter the Lakers were leading the whole time, but they play a very bad third quarter. That this was the difference, and what happened in the game 2, to be honest, it was a very hurtful and heartbreaking, because the Lakers dominated this game. The Lakers were leading by 50 50-point difference in the halftime, and they have a 20 points lead in the middle of the third quarter. But unfortunately, the Nuggets reacted, they adjusted, and they won the game in the boost time. Now, what happened with the Lakers is that LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and D'Angelo Russell, especially in the second game, have been playing a very great basketball, but not Hashimura nor Austin Reeves. So they need to improve his basketball level to score more than 15 or 20 points in the game to try to win this game. Unfortunately, I don't know how the Lakers are going to recover for this very heartbreaking loss in the game 2. So I think that unfortunately the Nuggets are going to win this game by more than 10-point difference, and I think that the Nuggets are going to sweep this series. So in this video was my opinion about what happened today with the only 2 games that were played, where the Miami Heat did surprise and defeated by 10-point difference the Celtics and tied the series, and the Oklahoma City Thunder didn't have any problem. They won by more than 20 points and took a 2-0 lead in the series. And see you next video. Gibran.